A youthful NASA JPL researcher is stalled by extraterrestrials. However, when nobody accepts his story, he becomes fixated on finding confirmation, which leads him on an excursion of revelation. We've generally puzzled over about whether we are separated from everyone else in the universe, and a considerable lot of us have heard numerous a story told by the people, who frequently smell dubiously of rum, that case to have met or been snatched by creatures from past the stars. Well, producers have smashed from for quite a long time, creating dearest works of art like Close Experiences of the Third Kind one end, and somewhat less affectionately recalled Failures to Discharge, for example, The Fourth Kind on the other. This carries me to the focal point of the present survey, the science fiction experience Nearness, an unexpected, yet wonderful treat of a film that I really wanted to be flabbergasted by. Nearness story for the primary half is a lot of your exemplary UFO experience/kidnapping story in the shape of Close Experiences, in which our legend is snatched by outsiders subsequent to catching video proof and endeavors to demonstrate it to a suspicious world. While it's not really the most unique plot, the film endeavors to refresh to this recognizable reason for the virtual entertainment age in which these sorts of accounts of outsider kidnapping, in any event, when given proof, is met with criticism and joke by the pessimistic doubters prowling in the remarks segment or link news. This segment of the film functions admirably, with the predicament of our hero Isaac being one that permits us a thoughtful view into what turns into a fairly desolate world in which he is seen as a cheat and a creep. Truly, in the event that the film had remained this story for the entire runtime, it would have made for a fairly captivating show about a man frantic for individuals to trust him. It's in the last part that things switch gear, no doubt, with the film turning into a connivance spine chiller loaded up with obscure government organizations, cyborg cronies and, surprisingly, the men dressed in dark, though of the more vile assortment. While the two parts don't be guaranteed to stream together without a hitch, with the switch happening rather unexpectedly through an altar, you'll be immediately prevailed upon with what turns into an exceptionally engaging sentimentality-touched experience. The story has a couple of weaknesses with some plot strings, for example, a unique interaction between an abductee and the wretched specialist Graves, or Isaac creating clairvoyant capacities following his snatching, feeling immature and as a rule raised just when it's helpful to the plot or as an unexpected uncover in the peak. One specific turn that the outsiders are quick to see as a certain somebody is one that will undoubtedly cause a commotion because of its sheer strangeness. The film's music is a great creation, flaunting a brave symphonic score that feels like a caring recognition for crafted by John Williams, seeming like something that wouldn't be awkward in an Indiana Jones or Star Wars. Commending symphonic score is a determination of 1980s-style synthwavy tunes that offer a decent rest from the more pompous components of the music, while likewise filling in as a pleasant commendation to the film's more close-to-home person minutes, while additionally permitting me to enjoy some glaring 1980s sentimentality. The exhibitions from the film's cast are strong all through, with Ryan Bricklayers as Isaac particularly sticking out, his occasionally off-kilter and held execution attempting to make a thoughtful person who is not difficult to get behind, his continuous change into from shunned science geek into physic power employing legend being incredible, enjoyable to watch and brilliantly performed by Bricklayer. The supporting abandons Christian Prentice, Highdee Kuan, Shaw Jones and Ware Scriber are likewise great, despite the fact that I concede I would have jumped at the chance to see them fostered a smidgen more. Scriber as individual abductee Carl, specifically, is one I would have wanted to see a greater amount of, with the person appearing to be a mixing of a science fiction Grizzly Adams favored the concocting abilities of MacGyver. The man figured out how to fabricate a functioning outsider interpreter in a lodge for the good of Christ. Assuming that there is one region in which the film succeeds regardless of anything else, it's in the special visualizations, with the CGI and plain view figuring out how to match the shiniest endeavors of the large Hollywood legends. The sights evoked by the Impacts group, Whether they are flying saucers or dim-cleaned outsiders, give a caring recognition for UFOs of exemplary B-film science fiction, while likewise going about as a welcome modernization of these now notorious pictures. Look as hard as you may, these saucers have no strings. With a drawing and story, an amiable cast, unbelievable music and exciting embellishments, Vicinity, in spite of a few story hiccups, is an inebriating sentimentality-filled experience that I really wanted to savor for the sheer degrees of imagination and desire in plain view.